standard meeting protocol of phones off, silence. Most of us here know where the bathrooms are. It's back behind the reception area, right? Ladies' room, men's room. I'd like for everybody to take a minute. We'll start with people the meeting's being held for, which is people facilitating the meeting. If you would stand, state your name, the role you'll play in your club this coming Rotary year, and how many years you've been a Rotary. And we'll start with Clarence.
Clarence Shepherdsworth. I'm the president-elect of this Chiang International Rotary Club. I've been in Rotary for nearly 2 years.
Okay. John Shore. I will be the immediate past president. See the smile. And I will also be the project champion for the Children's Water Safety and Drowning Prevention Program.
Hello, I'm Vicky Thomason, and I'm going to be membership chair for next year, and I've been a member of Rotary for a little bit less than a year.
I'm Dylan Thomason. I will be the president-elect and continue to work as the service project chair. And I've been a part of Rotary since August of last year.
Nick Dell, secretary and project champion for me.
Nancy?
I guess, are we not doing social distancing? We're not? All right, I can come up there then. Anyway, I'm Nancy Lindley, and I've been with this club since the inception, so it's a little over 6 years, and I'm the treasurer. So if I can't hear, I may come up there and violate social distancing.
You did shower today.
Well, I showered, yeah. So we're not doing masks and we're not doing social. Oh, all right. And of course, we've all been in Chiang Mai province, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. So
I'm Roger, and charter president of this club, and will be the public image chair and the foundation chair this coming Rotary year. Now we have several people you may not have recognized, and I'll start here. This is past President Chanruang. He is the organizer of the District Training Assembly for District 3360.
Okay, may I introduce myself? My name is past President Chanruang from Rotary Club of Chiang Mai. And during this time is COVID-19, we cannot organize the DTA in the Empress Hotel, so we have to do it like e-learnings. In Thai language, we already recorded in Chiang Mai University, but in English, we're going to do it here, and we're going to record and show to other clubs which fluent in English language. And I'm the chairman of DTA, and I'm also becoming assistant district governors for the next coming year. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
And Ed.
สวัสดีค่ะ That's a Thai way of greeting, and you can do this in your club too. Okay, my name is Suparee. I am a past district governor. I was a governor in 2013-14, but I have been Rotarian for 20 years. So just to introduce myself first, and then I'll let my resource person in Rotary to introduce himself, and then I will start with my session. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Chanruang, Facilitator Governor. I'm Rotarian about 30 years ago. I come here as a resource person, and if you have time, I will talk about the latest update from the Council on Legislation that I did in Chicago.
Thank you, Roger. Wow, this is like a very official meeting anyway, so I would like to have the atmosphere like relaxed, okay? Because otherwise I don't feel like this is like I would just want to talk. Normally the DTA is District Training Assembly And it will not be only you, your clubs here. You will join with another Rotarians from many clubs, and every year we will organize this training in the hotel. We may call it training, but actually, I feel like it's not supposed to be only a training, but it must be something that we gather together, we comes together to share knowledge, experiences, and exchange the ideas, and talk about the solution together to have the Rotary move on smoothly, especially in the incoming year. Your club is very special because you are international, and you are only club that run 100% in English. That's why we are here. Even I am the PDG, past district governor. It doesn't mean that I'm great. I know everything. I know well. That's not right. We are here, especially me. I am here to support you, to help you, to answer, to discuss, and to exchange with you. Because I know that your club is very flexible and also very grateful in terms of working for only about 6 years, right? No, yeah, 6 years old. And maybe, every year almost, that the organizer sent me to be the trainer, facilitator actually. Maybe because I was the district governor on the year that you established your clubs. And actually it's not concerned, it's not related to this. But maybe they think that I should be here. But the truth is there are many people like Chanruang and PDG.Chamnan and many PDGs and charter president who knows Rotary very well. So today we just help each other and talk to each other and discuss. Like Chanruang said that this year, because of the situation of the virus thing, we will not have the training in the hotel meeting room, but we can do it today. Thank you for Roger to organize everything. He have done the presentation, print out the copies, and also organize the meeting today. Thank you, Roger, that you have done everything. This is one of the successful of your club, because once the member, even like 2 years old member, can become a leader of the club, and the next step is your member have to become up to be a district leader. So I hope that next year IPP John or CP.Roger will be maybe district governor assistant. Yeah, so I wish, yeah. Thank you for having Chanruang here also. He will be the very good resource person that he used to work in the Rotary Foundation last year. And this year, are you going to take care of this club or?
No.
No, okay. But anyway, you can call him if you have something about the foundation. He's a great person too. All right, so let's start by the slide or the section on the screen. This is going to help us to guideline what we're talking about. But actually, you can ask question or just discuss anytime you like. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the club president and all committee chairs.
Wait a second. You did the wrong one.
Oh no? Yeah, this is not mine.
That's Roger's
Oh, it's a test.
presentation.
This is a test. I failed.
Mine is section 1. He said in there that I can spend 16 minutes, but maybe, I can take some minutes and then we can continue to discuss and have the Q&A later. And also we have the special person, PDG.Chamnan, who has gone for COLs. I hope everyone knows what a COL is. Yeah.
There you are.
So we talk about that later. All right, thank you. So if you take a look in your copy, you see that in there because on the screen is quite a little bit small. When we talk about the objectives of why we are here today, the club president and officer and committee chairs are supposed to be the leaders, main leaders of each year in the club, and so that's why their responsibilities and duties are very important to lead the club and to make a club successful at the end of the year. And you have to understand why the meeting is important, and also the agenda of the meeting may be also important. how you can engage the members into the meeting, and you have to learn about the special strategy or to develop the strategies to engage more members, to retain all members, and also increasing new membership too. So thank you, Vicky, that you will, no, I believe John for next year first, okay. Well, he will know very well because this year you won, right?
We got recognized.
You got recognized and you will receive the amount.
We're going to get some money, I think. We'll see what happens on July 1st.
Okay, yeah.
It's not a done deal yet. It's not finished. It's
All
July
right,
1st.
so you will be the great person to talk about this topic later, all right? And you will learn about the understanding about your duties, as I said, your role, and also how to use your budget. And a club runner, my Rotary Club Central, and it is very comfortable for the Rotarians nowadays since we have a very good Rotary website. That it's everything is in there. You can learn from the website. Actually, you see, I'm not supposed to be here to tell you what to do because you can learn everything from the Rotary website. So that's why I keep repeating that we have to talk, right? So I'm sure that everyone who is sitting here now have learned already from the website of the Rotary of your role next year. Am I right? Yes. Nitnoy. Okay. You see. So I hope that your year we can do anything, but not everything. So I can be your everything, but maybe I cannot do everything for you. So that's why you have to learn from your website at the learning center. Every night or once a week, I don't know, you can take a look in there and learn from there and then test yourself there. They have a score right in there as well, in my Rotary. And you know, you're lucky because the website doesn't have Thai language. They have English language. So that's why, oh, this is easy for CMI members. CMI members can learn easily from that website. And that's why DTA is more important for us, for Thai Rotarian, because not everyone can read or study in the website by English anyway.
But it's
so,
American English.
Oh, you sorry about that. Sorry about that. So if you have problem with that, you may talk to whom? American. Yeah, okay.
Translate.
Yeah. So why don't just do everything myself? What do you think about this slide or this picture? You have the idea when you look at it and you have this sentence? What do you think? Is it right or wrong or okay?
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Why is not okay?
Because you can't do everything yourself. And you need to include other people in what you're doing.
But you know, some club, the club president can do it everything myself, you know. That's not the idea. That's not the idea, not at all. We have to work as a team, So everybody will achieve more. TEAM, together, everyone achieve more. TEAM. I just got up in my idea, right? That's
Together, everyone actually.
right. Yeah, that's a team. Okay. So the club president, Mr. Club President, did you prepare for your year already?
Began to
Yeah. Such as, what have you done to prepare for your
have a lot
year?
of wine.
Can you tell us about what you have done to prepare your year? And you have learned from the this year President John.
Well, I've listened to this gentleman here. He's a fount of wisdom. I've downloaded
A fount of something.
I've downloaded a lot of documents from my Rotary and Rotary Central and begun to look at them. So I think I have all the documentation, but I need time to go through it. I hope to learn a lot today.
In fairness, he's developed a wonderful strategic plan too, which has gone through many different versions, and so he's been very inclusive of the whole club in the strategic plan process, and he's put together a strategic plan that looks really good for next year.
That's
He's
perfect.
modest,
Yeah.
but took a lot of work, and it's taking a lot of work.
Yeah.
So,
You know, some club they have many new members, just like we call new members because you're only 1 year or 2 years. I thank you for that you are quite new, but you are dedicate yourself to be a leader of the club already right now. Some clubs, they have the, what do you call that? The club trainer. Did you have club trainer in your club? Yes. So you may begin. This is just the idea because my club we always have the new member orientation. We do that in the beginning of the year. We just talk about everything, to pass on quickly to our members. And also, I just set up myself like a club trainer. It doesn't mean that you don't know everything. You just call her. No, that doesn't mean that. It means that the club trainers that you say something, talk about something which is about knowledge about Rotary. A little bit, 2 minutes, 1 minute in your club meeting. And that's the person who will do this is the club trainer. Or you can organize a special section or once a month or something like that. That's for the idea, right? And so I hope that the president will learn more, study more, and I'm really appreciate that you dedicate yourself to be a leader of the club. Once you say, yes, I will be the club president, it means that you will devote yourself to do this job, these duties. Some clubs, they don't have president elect, they have president select, It means that people will be chosen to be the club president. No, I don't want to be, But actually, to be a club president is fun. And you will have fun in taking care of your club. I hope that. Okay. And you have to work closely with the assistant governor, which is next year will be, I'm not sure, for your club, maybe.
I'm not so sure either.
Last year was the Saran, right? But I'm not,
The current year, it's Saran.
Yeah, I mean this year.
We don't know.
Okay, so that's, you will see. You're exciting who will come here. So, working with the assistant district governor, it doesn't mean that they will come to tell you what to do, but they will be here to make sure that your club runs smoothly. If you have everything, like to inform the district governor, you can tell him or tell her, or ask her about whatever the society or the culture of the Rotary in Chiang Mai or in Thailand that IPP John or President John always, exchange the ideas of what to do or what not to do when you are getting involved with the Thai Rotarians in many occasions, also the meeting and conference as well. Okay. So the president, you can learn more from the website, from the Rotary website. Secretary, Mr. Nick, Nick, what is your duties? Already, you have learned already what you're supposed to do in your year?
Communication, updating the history, and how we look forward in putting the events, programming them.
So you will support a lot to your club president and tag team with another club committees. That's perfect, right? And you have to make sure that you have set up the board. And you know how many times that you have to prepare for the meeting, for we call it weekly meeting, that every week. But now you just need to do the meeting every week. Before, Rotary is supposed to do the meeting every week. But now you can do like twice a month or 2 times a month, something like that, but once a week. And you can switch like a regular meeting where you can have guest speaker or you. I know that your club is run smoothly and very, in my point, in my view, that your club is perfect for me. So that's why I'm not so worried about that. And your club is fun though. But something that your club is different that maybe secretary can learn. Like Thai. Do you have some Thai Rotarians to visit your club sometimes? Okay, did they enjoy being with you?
Well, they said they did. and I think they did.
Okay, that's good. So keep them coming to visit you, all right? Because in my club, even we are Thai, not really much Rotarian from different clubs will come to visit. You know why? Because each club have their own culture of their club. Your club have a lot of money because you have a very good treasurer there. She is kind of push, you know, and Robin Prize and, you know, donates and so. So maybe I have to like, oops, something like that. So that's to create the atmosphere in the club. It must be fun, but sometimes it's like kind of, not okay for this club and not okay for that club, for example. So the secretary can help the president to maintain this, right? Okay, you can learn more. Maybe we can discuss later. Oh, treasurer. How many million baht already that you have in your save the budget?
Yeah, we shovel the money in and out.
Yeah, I'm quite appreciate and happy that your club had a very good fundraising and you have made a lot of money for your projects. And I have seen that you have the great projects and continue to serve your communities in Chiang Mai. Thank you on behalf of Chiang Mai people. That you have a very good projects, many of them, and also related and cooperate with the local communities and the corporations in Chiang Mai as well. I appreciate that. And the treasurer, do you need to change the treasurer every year, or you think it's...
This may be my last year. I don't know. This is my 3rd year as treasurer. I enjoy doing it. Yeah. So yeah, like it says here, manage the funds, and actually what this is a small part of it. It's just we're very transactional, because of like the swim program, that chews up a lot of money. We get a lot of bills. A lot of invoices, so we have to pay a lot of money. So we bring money in, and we're always bringing money in and sending it out.
Maybe in the future you may have to pass these duties to another member. What do you think is the most important duties for the treasurer?
I think keeping the records. We've got a good record-keeping system, and you've got to keep it up to date. I mean, sometimes I've let it slide for a week, and then it's hard. You know, to be, John was treasurer before me, so you know what that's like. You've got to do it like every day. I spend time on treasurer, but it's not hard.
How about the invoice and the dues?
That's a small part of it.
Okay, that's more part of your club, but it's a big part for some clubs. It's difficult to pay the dues, you know, and you are allowed to pay the dues within how many months? Otherwise, your club will be terminated.
Oh, no, well, we pay it right away.
So you don't have experience of that.
No,
Yeah,
well, for
that's
one
good.
thing, we use a U.S. credit card, and other clubs maybe don't have that ability to do that. So we pay the Rotary International with a U.S. credit card.
And it's charged a little bit more in your card.
No,
No?
no.
With the tax or something like that?
no.
Oh,
It's
what?
cheaper.
I want to know what credit card is it?
The Visa card that was issued by a U.S. bank.
Okay, I got it. I use the credit card for my club as well, but it charges more because my money is not in the U.S. It's in Thailand.
Yeah,
okay.
Then it's
Yeah, we
searchable.
use a U.S.
Even though it's American expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
see, this is the exchange idea. So this is the very good things that I've learned from you. So I have to put my money in the U.S. Then it would be cheaper.
Right. And we get donations from the U.S. that way also into John's Wells Fargo account, and then he just takes it out of his Bangkok bank account. So that's the way we get our U.S. donations.
So there's no charge.
There's no charge.
Okay, that's perfect. You see this idea, I wish that in the future your club can share this idea or how you work out for your fundraising or how you manage your money, your donation or whatever to another Thai club to get some new idea, you know, because some clubs in Thai, they stuck with like, how are we going to get money from the US, from the international, from friends from another countries, you know. They don't even know how to set, we are maybe learning how to set up the website with the donation section in there. Then they can just click and donate through the debit card, credit card.
That,
Oh, okay. That's just all right. Thank you. Another other committees, how many committees or chair committees in the club? Normally the main committees chair are 5 of them, which is, the first one is what? The first one is the administration committee.
We don't have that.
You don't have,
No,
never?
never. Well, we had ad hoc, we had one that was, we never had, officially had an administration committee.
So what did you put in the system on the website of the Rotary? Administrative committee chair? What's name
I'd
in
have to
there?
ask the past secretary, who's not here. So I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Because by now you're supposed to fill up the names in the My Rotary already, that who are the president incoming another. So the administrative committee chair.
Well, I would assume that if you had to put a name in, you'd put the president's name in there. And that would be that.
I see. Okay. Well, you can take those position two positions in one time.
President's
We,
name.
we had a previous president who didn't believe in committees. He wanted a flat structure and
Okay.
no pyramids, so we lost the
With
administration.
the administration committee.
Oh, that is maybe your club strategy. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So far, you can set up your regulations in your club by law. You just cannot change the club constitution.
Right.
You know that, right?
Right.
But the club by law, you can adjust.
Right.
You can put in and put out, or merge the position, the titles together. Like you just mentioned about the administration committee chair. Okay. Oops. That's a lot of work in there, right? And another person is the, maybe I just, okay, this is just about the, all right, so let me check it, what we're gonna miss here, okay. All right, so we just follow this like a membership committee, membership. Next year will be IPP, next year is the wiki. So, did you learn something about being committee chair for the membership?
Actually, yeah, I participated in the membership committee. I attended pre-induction meetings
And she's
induction
included.
meetings.
And she's included in all the correspondence, everything that we do. She's like the, right now, she's the associate membership chair, right? So she's on all the, she sees everything again.
Thank you. Membership is one of the most important part in the Rotary as well. The Rotary Club is the member of the Rotary International. The Rotarian, like all of us here, are not the member of the Rotary International. Did you understand that? Yeah, technically it means that we have to be a member, a great member of the club, and make your club to be a member of the Rotary International. If I do something not really right, my resource person can add in, tell more about that, right? Because some people like having trouble contacting with the Rotary International, and they're not supposed to sue the Rotary International. That's Constitution said that. So whatever happened here, you can find a solution within your club. And if you want to do something related or concerned to the Rotary International, that's let your club president doing on behalf of the club. For example, if something happened to your member, wants to do something wrong in the project, in the service project, or something running in the club which is not really right, and you want to talk to Rotary International, and you have something that happened during your year, the club president have to be responsible for that on behalf of the club. It's not you or you or you. And once something happened, like a case, something happened during the year, and at the end of the year, the case is still going on, but the president have to be changed, like from John to Clarence. The case will continue with the new president. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because we are doing on behalf of the club. So to take care of the members are the most important task for you as well. And to make sure that you can maintain the members. How many members right now in your club?
20, well actually 26, but it's going to be 25.
Did you have honorary member?
We have 3 honorary.
Okay, so total is 29
If you count
about.
the honorary.
Okay, that's good. Maybe we can Okay, this is the membership thing that you have to make sure that your membership is international, so you can have more and more international nations, right, in your club. So you can read this in your copies. How about the youth programs? You have the Rotary club that belong to your club, and then you sponsor them. At Hayat University and International School. Chiang Mai International School. How are they?
I'm not the.
So who will take care of that?
probably
John?
Our youth programs director is stuck in the United States right now.
Oh.
And it's William Churchill, and he can't get back. But I can say that those three clubs, the Rotary Club is in a transitional stage because many of the students that were there that were very active have graduated. Okay, so we're now rebuilding the Rotary Club. The president is there, and the advisor or the liaison person, William Churchill, is working with the president to try to rebuild the membership at the Rotary Club at Payat University. Interact, Chiang Mai International School, we have an advisor, is Mike Golson, a member. They're very active, and they will continue to be active. They come to some of our meetings. And then the one at Unity Concord International School, we've just named the new advisor. One of our new members, who's an educator, will be the advisor there because the past advisor, who was excellent, and moved to Vietnam.
Oh.
So that's where we are. I mean, I think both the Interact clubs are in good shape. The Rotary Club is in a transitional period. We're going to rebuild it again this year. It lasted we had 2 years that were really pretty good, I think. A year and a half that were really good, very active. But now they graduated.
So I hope that as a sponsor club, your club will keep running those two clubs.
Yeah.
For the
So we're
future.
going to keep involved. We're
Yeah.
going to both be at Payat University, Chiang Mai International School, and Unity Concord International School. We're committed to that.
Yes.
Sorry, I have a question, please. Over many years, we've had a big project, service project with Metal Clinic. That is likely to come to an end, and we're looking at different ways of working with them. But in my proposal for this coming year, we're looking at setting up a kind of youth protection and welfare organism in our club. But one, we don't know quite how to do it. And number two, we wonder if it will key into any district organizations.
This we can sit down and talk more because there's a need to have more information of doing this.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind to sit down and talk about this. And also we're gonna have another meeting for the Rotary Foundation in August, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That will be clear for you as well. Because this year, we're not gonna have the district grant, you know that, right? I got your questions in the email, but this year, your year, the district will not have the district grant, but they will focus on the global grant. So the global grant will be 100% of using the DDF. So no district grant this year.
I have a question later when it comes to that.
we can talk about this later. Yeah. Remind me again.
Well, today, but later today.
Later today is fine though. Yeah. So public image. Who will be the public image chair next year? Okay, so I will leave that with Roger. I saw your club bulletin. It's very, very good.
That's Nancy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, very perfect. I receive it every month, and I keep read through it. Sometimes I read 2 days because it's quite long, but it's full of information in there, and that's keep me updated with your club. And I appreciate you doing the club runner as well. You pay for that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, $24 per month or something.
I don't know how much.
Yeah.
We have the most advanced
In excruciating detail. Like I said, you'll be getting the email version of this. So, like I said, we'll blaze through it. Any questions? I think at the end, we'd really like, as I said again, it's time for your questions of district leadership. And they have a lot more experience with Rotary than I do, and they have a heck of a lot more experience in this district than I do. So, okay, let's get going. Goal. I'm sure Clarence saw a lot about this. The end towards which effort is directed. So you take time to put effort into something. You have goal setting. I'm sure Clarence has thought about this too. Setting of goals, right? One way you look at doing goals is SMART. SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I brought this to this out of the corporate world. Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it relevant? Is it timely? Can you get it done? Some of the learning objectives: identify challenges the club may have in working towards goals, which I'm sure Clarence and John have inspired on in depth. To develop an action plan for achieving your goals, which I know they've been working on. Identification of resources. For success, you got to work together. You also need to support the club members. Basic question: why does this club exist? Where does this club want to go? And from Henry David Thoreau, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. It's not goal setting, but goal setting. I'm sure Clarence has looked at this chart too many times as it is. The process of doing your visioning, your strategic priorities, your annual goals, and the steps you can take to get there. Question: who is the most important person in the club? Every member. Bingo! You win a donut. You win a donut. Thank you.
What's the answer, Roger?
Every
Member.
Members.
Each member is supposed to have a thing. Members, not the president, not the secretary, not whoever.
At first I thought is a treasurer.
Good point. So, associated with a member, what does the club expect of a member? What's the member's expectation of your club? Okay. Now, say we have difficult people inside of Rotary. We may have to deal with difficult people outside of Rotary. In our lives, we all deal with difficult people. So here are some of the hints on when you're dealing or getting in a difficult situation you need to think about. I won't go through them. You've got it. You can look at it, reflect upon it. 20 of these. And when dealing with people, you have personality types. Basically, it's broken down into 4. The whole seminar is given on this. We went through a whole session of this on alchemical multiple times on personality types. Analyticals, drivers, amiables, and expressives. And John, being a sociologist, you probably can write major papers on each one of these, or has. This is, when you watch somebody, this is how they behave. What you see them doing and how they do it. It doesn't imply anything wrong with a person. This means that's their normal mode of operation. It does not mean they do not get things done. They do get things done. But how they do things is different. That's all. When you watch them, you observe differences in how they do things. They get things done. Analytical. Deep and thoughtful person. They think about things a lot. The driver. I'll get something done, and I'll make a decision, and I may not have enough information to make a decision, but I'm going to make a decision. Interesting point right here. You can probably see how analytical and driver might not work well together, but also their skills can nicely complement each other. It can be said that if you want to get to the moon, you hire a driver. If you want to get back, hire an analytical.
That's good. I like that.
Remind anybody? I'm sure it might. Amiable, we all know amiable people, right? No some are lies, maybe one. Follow expressives. Fun people to be around. Make some nice people to be around. People will exhibit some amount of any number of these personality types. However, everyone will more strongly exhibit characteristics of one type over the other. Some of you dealing with your committees, dealing with district leadership, you've got to understand their personality type may be different from yours. You should try to accommodate theirs, and hopefully they try to accommodate yours. Sometimes it's not easy. One of the comments we heard about resources, and that's the reason I raised the question about the district manuals, about who do you go to see about what, how do you find out about various things. There are a lot more resources out there than there used to be. You can go online and get a lot of resources now. You can go and get manual procedure online, constitutional documents, bylaws, Rotary code of policies, all available online. Basic governing documents for Rotary International. Then you got people resources. People in the club. You have the assistant governor, whoever that's going to be for this coming year. You have the district committee leadership, other club leadership. You have PDG.Suparee. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to take any of your questions at any time. No. PDG.Chamnan. Chamnan has unique perspective on things, being a voting member of the Council of Logistics. Not logistics. Council of Legislation. Sorry, still be back in all my old past careers. Also, we got our new district governor coming in from the Rotary Club of Chiang, DG.Sunshine. So those are all resources for us. And we should use more online resources.
Do you have the DSC, District and Club Service, DCS? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Thank you. Just like you rehearsed it. You can also find this online at My Rotary. These are the people who are assigned to take care of the club and district support for District 3360. I believe they're all back in Evanston. John, all in Evanston? Maybe? Okay, so you've got your email addresses there, so you have questions that go at the RI level. It's a real big issue or tough issue. Let the president handle it. Suparee.
The financial representative, in Thailand also, you can contact him. Kun Krit at the Rotary Center, Thailand.
Just like we were first. Real good.
Next.
Well, we work together, Okay, there is a Rotary Center in Thailand. It provides services for all of Thailand, all 4 Rotary districts here. I'm not quite sure exactly all the things they do. I'm sure Chanruang and Suparee can have a perspective on that. They are in Bangkok. Kun Cha is the director of the Rotary Center in Thailand. Some of the documents available if you go to the website. You can click on that and you can go to your documents. I don't believe this class is a HTTPS site. Same things to be found at Rotary International. More online tools for My Rotary. More online tools for My Rotary. Rotary Online Resources, Rotary Central, which club leadership will be dealing with fairly regularly, I think, full of information data, keeping records up to date. You got tabs on the Rotary Central homepage, dashboard, Global Center, Global View, Service Activities, Resources, Reports, and Contact Us. And you got all kinds of nifty information and graphs on there. And if you have idle time, you're really curious what's going on in the club or district, go take a look. That shows your starting membership beginning of every Rotary year for our club. This is a snapshot of the screen. It looks like a number will be going up maybe into this Rotary year.
We hope.
We hope.
See you on July 1st.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet we passed the district governor White Element, have you?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so make it fast. And I've made it fast too because Chanruang may have something he'd like to talk with us about also. let's hold off on questions if we can. If Chanruang wants to say some things, then we'll do questions after that. Okay? Chanruang?
Yeah,
Please
No.
No.
do some exercise.
Yes, I know. Actually, I want to add Suparee and Rogers just a little bit. Just talk to clients. It's a British English. It's not American. Yeah, ask for British English. Yeah, we have arguments, big argument before we use this term, because of the name from Vichai Curry from Hong Kong.
Okay, right, okay. That's fine.
And he used the name Center and Central. I add some Suparee just about the Rotarians, not the members of Rotary International. Rotary is a member of Rotary Club and Rotary Clubs and member of the Rotary International. But Rotary International can terminate or suspend you if you have a wrongdoing or in-depth personally with individual, or something. Or sometimes when you sue or file the plaintiff against the Rotary International, they can terminate you. Did anyone ever ask you when they Thai Rotarians join your meeting? They ask for why you don't have national anthems. Anyone ask you?
We've never, why we don't have the Thai national anthem? Why we don't?
Yeah.
No one's ever asked us that. I think maybe some people who've been Thai that have visited thought that it might be strange that we don't. But nobody's ever said anything to me. How about you, Roger?
No, I guess we've always sort of concluded that if we played one national anthem, we'd have to play every national anthem for the members.
Yeah, because
I know.
We never have a meeting, we just have a meeting.
Because some Thai people, they gossip. No, why they don't have that. Pay respect or stand up, rise up for the national anthem. National anthem is not compulsory. It's no need. The Rotary meeting is not a government duties. It depends. In Australia, it's a half and a half national anthem. But in America, it's just only pledge for allegiance. Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, allegiance.
I don't think, not all Rotary clubs do that in the United States either.
We had a mixed district between the United States and Canada, and when our district governor, they alternate every year. 1 year be a Canadian, next year be American, Canadian, American. When the district governor came to visit, we played the Canadian national anthem. We went north into Canada, they played American national anthem.
Yeah. In the district 7090. At that time, more than 30 years ago, I went there as a GSC members. These districts are comprised of two countries, Buffalo and Toronto. Ontario.
Okay.
Yes. About Roger, about Rogers, I not remember that I have some presentation in CMI or not, but in Thai Club I present about the conflict in Rotary. The presentation. It happened because Rotary is common, because Rotary is a human being. Yeah. And you just like how to deal with the
personnel.
Yeah. If I had time, I will do it again about the conflict in Rotary. What else? What caused for the conflict in Rotary? Beyond just like some, finance is basic. Finance is basic. Financial is basic. But sometimes a conflict about. But I think for international club, just like you, I think more conflict than Thai club. I think many nationalities, some traditions, some customs, much difference. But you have standard, you have knowledge. You can read bylaw and constitution. You can solve with the bylaw and constitution. But in Thai club, no one knows about the rules of the bylaw or constitution. They ask the senior, they pin the senior. Senior says, just senior says, let's stop. But it's not, in your club, no senior. Even though you are old.
We are old.
Even though.
No, we would go to the bylaws, or go to the Constitution, or go to the Rotary International, and we've had conflict where we've had to do that, where we've gone to say, what do you do in a situation like this? We don't go to the senior member, we go to the law and to what's written. I mean, that's different from private.
Okay, I just a little bit. Yeah. You can ask for something you want to ask for.
Any comments on council legislation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask too. Can you say something about where we are?
Any updates?
Any update? I put it. I made some presentation of COL in English because I think John have seen already, but it's just a short in Lampard.
I don't think there'll be any conflict in that while I'm president, because I've been studying the Thai government.
In our club, just our club, I can say about our club. Some years, in the past more than 20 years ago, we have no club assembly. Because we have a fight when we have a club assembly. Really? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You got it.
Okay, just in general in Chicago, we have a meeting here. At that time, I'm already a member of parliament, in Thai parliament already. But the different seating is they sit from 538 district here. 4 from Thailand, 60, 30, down to 71, 40, and 50. Benton is he is a judge in the appellate court in Chicago. He is a voting machine, just like BlackBerry. Only yes and no.
Many voters, but they're only yes and no.
Only yes and no. No sustain. We have sorry, maybe have translator, 7 language. Each language is 2 person, 2 translators. Okay. Have to stand in front of the microphone, stand up. Cannot speak from your seat. Red is against, yellow is okay. The strict is down to stop for voting. We have 91 enactment from RI will have right to propose the enactment. Also 117 withdraw. Withdraw is mean many reasons. Sometimes they want to make in the history, mostly from India. They propose as they have a name in the record, just a withdraw. I don't know. They don't want to explain or debate. They try to amend the avenue of service, just the object of Rotary and core values, but reject all. Club administration, 12 out of 6. It means that the president shall be extended for 1 year only. John, it's only 1 year.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
That's good. That's really good.
But in the past, some clubs have been more than 7 years.
In Maison, the
Yeah,
club in
Maison.
Maison, the
Yeah,
guy was there for
And that.
top two.
He's only done half a year.
Yeah. No, it's been more like close.
Come on. It's allowed for localities with more one or more clubs in some local area, but now we are open. Satellite club. Satellite club, just like when you have a branch in Merim or Handong or where else, not ready for set up the club. We call satellite club. The main club is Europe. Your meetings at least twice. But they very flexible. One in person or one in the online, we can do it. But at least twice. And makeup. I think nowadays in real that no one makeup anymore. But in the past, we try to have a perfect attendance. And when you absent to your meeting, you can make up from the other club. And you have a card, or maybe it's 100% for meeting. Or we call perfect attendance. But before and after in 14 days. But now they open for all years.
The whole year.
Yeah, same year, same Rotary years. Yeah, our employees are permissive and hold a public record can continue as Rotary in the existing classification. We have the RI personnel all over the world, about 600.
Wow.
400 more in Evanston. Yeah. So we put in the occupation in. We add occupations. In the past, we used profession or career, but we emphasize on occupations. But a little bit, not much different. Our president elections, if you remember that 2 or 3 years ago, the president-elect passed away. Yeah.
The African.
Yeah, from Africa.
Yeah.
But we have no alternate, no substitute. have to select new. It doesn't mean that we have the number 2 can succeed, no. But they set the new rules. The president nominees not from the same country or president for 2 years consecutively. Everyone can be the director. No, everyone can be the RI president, but you have to be the director first. In our zone or in our country or Thailand, the next queue we can have a selection for the director is about 12 years. At that time I'm about 75. So no more younger director from Thailand, I think. Director. It's in detail. I used to be the nomination committee for the director. I select Saulat. No, I select Saulat, but we lose. And Saulat, you know her? Saulat made a challenge to the RI board. And they had ballot by mail. And she won. Government elections. From America, you used to you know very well about the electoral college. Rotary is the same system. Each one club have one elector. Yeah. And 25 plus 50% is mean 32. We have more one. Just mean 32 have two vote. But you have to vote in the same way. Just like the electoral college. The membership, we use the date 1st of July. The vacancy of office of the governor. You know, every district governor can be governor only once. Only once. Normally, nowadays, we have to have, it's an option. We have to, if you select the governor already, and you can select the vice governor, or else, or not select. If there is no vice governor, we can appoint the past district governor in the district. That means that it's only him or her can be the district governor more than once. We not select from the governor-elect or governor nominee to replace governor in the sitting position, because the governor-elect or governor never been the governor before. He or she cannot succeed the governor in that year. Chair used to be the committee or to the last. Here is the most important. Is your dues. Plus the COL for $1 for the first half of the years. This means that half year. Yep. Oh here. อันนี้อันไหนปีหน้าเนี่ยเราต้องจ่ายหน่อย
20.
ใช่
อันนี้นะ
35.
34.5, I think.
Yeah.
2020 to
coming year, right?
yeah, coming year.
Coming year.
It's 34.5.
Yep.
Coming year.
Oh, okay. And plus one for COL deals for $1 each. Okay, I think it's it's a very important reason because it's look like not important, but it's very important. Actually, the RI president past director can join the COL for meeting, but now
They can't vote.
They cannot vote.
because most of them are dominate, dominate the meeting. When they came to the microphone, they convince all people. So beside of the expenditure, but they convince, make campaigns, make lobbies, just like the Rotary. Okay, I think it's done.
I have a question about the Rotary International Convention this year. It's going to be online. It's going to be no charge, correct? There's no fee to join in. But how exactly, it's what, June 21 to 26, something like that? How would we actually join into that? What's the agenda going to be like? I haven't seen the agenda. Where can you see the agenda?
As I know, I listened to Maloney say in the latest in the YouTube, you can join and then it's open.
Right.
They made it just made it real and broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Not online meeting, just like we have to do it in Zoom. They open the stage. Just broadcast, televised.
So it's going to be watching YouTube videos
yeah.
people making speeches.
Just like that.
Just not a conversation.
No.
There'll be no house of friendship.
Only this year.
So actually, I'm a promoter for the Rotary Convention this year to Hawaii. We're supposed to go there, and I think that many of us are already registered. Yeah, from our district is about 20 of them, but maybe 10 registered. But sorry we cannot have it the convention this year. Also, actually, at the end of this year, we're supposed to go to Singapore for the Rotary institution, but it's all cancelled already. For that. So I hope that you can have time to follow the live or online about the Rotary Convention, which is very interesting. So I hope that your members also should attend that meeting online.
It'd be nice to see an agenda when I don't mind watching, but I'd like to know when and what.
Yeah, I know that.
It's online right now.
Is it really
Yeah,
online?
if you Google
Okay.
Rotary Virtual Convention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's on.
Rotary Virtual
Just choose
Convention.
Rotary Convention. What I want to ask Chanruang, maybe I want to know as well, like, we pay $1 for the first half year to Rotary. So how can we related to that vote? Because we are only the member of Rotary in the club. So COL, can I send my ideas, for example, that I want to say something, offer something. How could I do that? Step by step.
Okay. Actually, in the past, before my terms as a representative of COL, they have only one COL meeting, including enactment and resolution. But now they change. They have the resolution for every year. We call COR, Council of Resolution. We vote once a year, about October. So the resolution mean you propose for the RI board or trustee to do anything. You propose from your club and pass the district conference to propose it, and we have to vote online for COR resolution, and you propose for enactment, but at least 1 year ahead. Is the next time, the next year is 2022. It's needed. You have to propose your request or some. If you want to change the model of Rotary International, you want to change team, or you want to change objective of the Rotary, you can propose via your club and district conference.
Because maybe your club or one of your members would like to propose some idea or something. Like for example, like I think last time, we had the 6 area of focus. They are not included environment. So some people propose for the environment of the 7 areas of focus. So what's happened?
Oh, not somebody, it's me.
Others people too, not only you.
Yeah, this first time for Thai Rotary, I propose to add the environmental to be the area of focus to the COR, the trustee to the trustee, but they're not changed yet because proposed, not the final resolution, you know. But enactment is proposed by the district 3350 in this COL. It's the first time for Thai Rotarian tools. They proposed, but it's rejected. But it was rejected about if the president-elect could not join the DTA, cannot be the president. Just like the governor-elect. Governor-elect have to join the district assembly, have to join the international assembly. If you cannot join the international assembly, you cannot be the district governor. They propose this. The president-elect, club president-elect, if you cannot join the district training assembly, you cannot be president. But it is rejected. It was rejected. That's mean the area of focus that they have proposed. But I heard that there will be to rearrange of area of focus soon.
So please.
You kind of referred to this talking about Rotary membership. For years now, 10 years I guess, we've been focused on this 1.22222 million members of Rotary. Every year is 1.22 million. And we started loosening up rules and regulations and how we did things, and to me it looks like it's still 1.22. Is there any conversation that you're aware of at Rotary International as to how these changes are impacting this desire for higher membership?
I believe that we have COLs every 3 years. I believe that this during 3 years is a try. I 100% they will propose the enactment to change the Rotary again. I think because it doesn't work.
It can be changed every.
It can be changed every 3 years. The memberships is not only in my view. It's not a significance for membership.
So what do you think? You can share the ideas. What do you think about being the Rotaractors and the Rotarian at the same time? Do you agree?
The meeting at the same time?
Yeah.
No,
Being the same Rotaractors and the Rotarian at the same time.
You cannot be Rotarians in an active member in two club, but you can be Rotaract and Rotarian.
I think you should be
at the same time.
one or the other. Make up your mind. That's what I think.
It's confusing.
We're getting close to the 3 o'clock. I'm supposed to say we got another 5 minutes, John.
This is for our Thai leadership here. Past Rotary International President B. Chai has a national project. This is Gamling, is this the Lake of Love, and I wonder. And it seems like a lot of clubs are participating in that, but we've never really been fully connected to it. We don't really know exactly what to do with that. This is in Isan. You know what I'm talking about.
I understand.
Yeah, and I wonder how important is that, and what exactly is it? Is there some way that we could help? I mean, is this something that, for example, the Rotary Club of Chiang Mai North or Rotary Club of Chiang Mai are actually actively participating in? We want to be good citizens of Rotary Thailand. So if there's something we should be doing, we'd like to know what it is. But I never could figure out exactly what it is we should be doing.
Now they call all to the government already. Yeah, to the education department.
Yeah. Okay. So it's been passed over, and so it's done. Okay.
Yeah, it's completely.
Then what did Rotary Club of Chiang Mai North do to help?
Contribution, I think I forgot, is about 10,000 baht.
How about Rotary Club of Chiang Mai?
More than 100,000.
100,000.
Chiang Mai is more.
Yeah. So we didn't do anything, so I felt bad about that. But I didn't really understand exactly how we could. But it was a national. It was Rotary Clubs of Thailand altogether because it was past Rotary International President B. Chai was organizing, right?
He tried to do some good thing before he go.
Yeah.
But in my view, in my personal view, I think it's you cannot. It's just only a drop in the oceans.
You're right. Right.
Yeah.
It is a corporate project with the government also.
Yeah.
It's not only by Rotary.
And I think,
not all
Not all by
100%.
Rotary.
and I think it's one of the reasons because to be the remembrance of the King the Ninth.
That was right. It was for.
That's why Peach Kun Pichai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rajakan Dikau. Yeah.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, friends.
Probably banging my head on a brick wall. Some of us actually have young babies, young children, believe it or not. And our club's focus is on children. When we go to the big events, Rotary events, they have social things in the evening, but the noise levels are just impossible. I think the noise levels are actually dangerous for the participants, and especially for young children, which I think is unfortunate because we like our children to participate. I mentioned this to quite a few people. I know that there are issues in Thailand about noise levels, but I do think it's quite a serious point.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I always say I am the black sheep in the council of PDG. It's nonsense. Some entertainment, very loud speaker.
And entertainment's fine, it's just the noise.
Yeah, no,
Yes, so many things that people might like it, people may not like it, sometimes, But we'll accept that and we will put it for the committees next time.
Thank you.
One more question. Going once?
we hope that we can have a meeting in person within the last week of this month. We can hold a meeting before you leave. In person.
Where would the meeting be? In-person meetings at the end of this month?
Just ladies.
Yeah.
Just like, this is last from me before we finish. Just like our club, we have official meeting like 1 hour, and then we end, ring the bell. But after that, we got another hour to talk and keep, Q&A for another hour. So we can do that anytime.
Once?